Okay, part 3. Okay, so I didn't really show the contents of the Wget Salem deeds.sh file very well, and I want to be able to show that. And I may want to change this to make it a little more modular for different situations. So a variable can be set as to what URL you might want to go to. But again, thinking about this again, all these different URLs are going to have different constructions. I don't really know if that's possible. Now I think about it, so I'm going to take that back, and I'll keep talking in circles. Okay, so this is what I've done, and hopefully I'll be able to actually show this. I got so many damn boxes open here. And maybe I can actually see that I'm getting this. Maybe I'll turn the brightness up a little bit. Okay, I think I'm getting that pretty well. Okay, so this is what I've got. At the top I've got a pound sign, exclamation point, and a bin bash, and that basically says, hey, make this a shell script. Okay. Then I've set a variable. Okay, basically I'll start from what I want to accomplish first. Maybe it'll make more sense that way. Okay, so what I want to accomplish is running the wget command at the location that I pasted in earlier. The only thing missing is the %5c that was in front of historic there. And then I want to, since I happen to know from past experience there are 4 books that are available, I've set a book variable so that way I'll only download 1 book at a time, and then if I change that book to 2, it'll download the content from page 2. And I also noticed that the format of the actual TIFF files, the digits are always 4 digits long. And so if it's pages 1 through 9, it'll be the file name will actually be 0001.tiff. If it's pages 10 through 99, it'll be 0010.tiff. If it's anything above 100, then it'll be 0100 to 0999.tiff. So let me just do a demonstration of how this works in general. This is, you can do these one at a time, but why do it when you have a bash shell script? Okay, so let me go into the terminal. I'm going to paste this in, but instead of using $book, I'm going to say book 1, and instead of $page, I'm going to have page 1. Are you getting that? Yes, okay. So there it goes. It is already downloaded and saved that, and I ran that from my home directory. So let's go to my home directory. I'm just showing you how Wget works, right? Go back. There it is. And that was created in 1999, but there is the very first page. Okay. So now, and since I know there are 750 up here, okay, so this is what I've done. I've set the page variable here. Like I changed the page up here from $page to 1, and I've changed that book 0001, this $book from $book to 0001. I've set a variable to say that page is 0, and I'm saying that while page is less than 9, add a 1 to the page variable, and then insert that number that's calculated right over here. So it starts at 0, it'll add a 1, it'll put a 1 there, so it'll be 001. I've already set book as 1, like I changed it up there. And then, so it just says, while it's less than 9, do 1, 0. Okay, now that's 1, Wget 1. Done. Is it less than 9? Yes, it is. Okay. Add a 1 to it. 2. 1. Book is still 1. Page is now 2. It'll download 2. Blah, 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 until we get to 9. And then I set the page, and I set a different variable. This is the page 1 variable equal to 9. And I say, well, the page 1 variable is less than 99. You add 1, so that'll go all the way up to 100 from 10, and I'm doing that only because if I inserted a 10 after 3 zeros there, it wouldn't download anything because the file format is always a 4-digit number plus TIF at that website. So you have to modify the script to fit your situation. And then since I know it goes up to 750, I say just if page 2 is less than 750, then go ahead and do it that way. Okay, so then I've saved this. I've already marked it executable. Now let's see it in action. And again, I placed this in the Salem deeds and book 1 subdirectory. I've set my variable to 1, so it's only going to download pages from book number 1. I'm just going to do ls, make sure it's there. There it is. Okay, and then when I'm done with this, of course, I'm going to copy and paste my little script into book 2 and change the book variable to 2. There we go. Let's go watch this populate itself. Where's my Salem deeds? Book 1. There we go. That's a lot quicker than right-clicking on that web page and downloading all 750 pages one by one. Here you can see that it actually is. Here is George Hawken of Boston Shipwright by a attorney from. See, they didn't really have uniform spelling back there, and the script they used was just absolutely the strangest. You can see that says Salem, even though look at that E is backwards. So you have to kind of get used to what their script was like back then. And you got to hope you can read the writing, and you got to hope that some of the page isn't damaged. It contains that important jewel of a piece of information that you want. Okay, and it's going to keep going, and it's going to keep going, it's going to keep going. Now I'm not going to move my. I probably could move my Salem deeds script, but I could also just copy it. Into book 2, and of course I've already done all this, so I must already have it in here. What the heck? I'm just going to delete all these. See, okay, let's open up this one, and with this one, see, I've got my book variable set to 2. Everything else is the exact same syntax. Okay, now we could apply this to some other site. I remember in my archives that I have some vital records out of England that I've downloaded with Wget somewhere, and where the heck is I got a huge genealogy archive. But let's see, this would be vital records. Yeah, let's see, you gotta be England. Oh, geez, I don't know what. I've got a ton. It's gotta be. I think it's gotta be Devon. And yes, okay, and it probably was Paragome, was it? Yes, it would have been Paragome. Let's go down here, and now if I could just remember where that site was. If I could just remember. Or was it Exeter? Or maybe I had the script somewhere else. Damn it. Maybe I had it under software. Scripting tools. Aha, okay, so here is Exeter. And okay, let's display that. Okay, so this is the website for Exeter, and this I used Windows because I had to work at the time, and this is about as good as I can do in Windows. As long as you have the Wget command, as long as you have Wget installed, there's a Wget port for Windows, so you can install that, and then all you gotta do is type Wget and then the name of the file that you want it to use to download your docs. Okay, and so, but you have to put the Wget command in there. So this is the way I did it for this particular thing. So I installed Wget. I placed it in my C directory. You have to put Wget in the directory that you want these documents to land. So I put it in, say, I made a folder called Devon, then I made a folder called Vitals, and then I made another folder called Exeter Cathedral, and then I knew by looking around at that particular website that it went up to page 410. I already had downloaded, for whatever reason, the first 336 pages, and under some other situation, maybe I was in Linux and I switched over to Windows, and then you just embed. So what I did is I put the Wget binary in that directory that I just described, wherever you want to put it, basically, wherever you want these files to land, so it makes sense to you and you can keep them separate from other files later. And then created this text file, and then I just opened up the command prompt in Windows and ran Wget from that directory, Wget exeter.txt, and then it ran Wget like this, Wget -r, all those things. In fact, I don't even think you may or may not need the R there, because I don't even have it in my own script here, in Linux at least. So, okay, let's go to this website and I'll show you. Someone has taken the time to take actually a book. These aren't original records, but sometimes books end up landing in this in this situation and not in the original format, or not in one single PDF file like from Google Books. Well, let's take a look at this page. There we are, Register of Exeter Cathedral. So that's it. Okay, so and there's tons of them. There's page 338. That's the index. Okay, so if I were to go back here to images, maybe or cathedral, maybe. Yes, okay, so here we go. Now, how would I find out? If I just found this site, how would I find out how to actually download one of these things? Well, it says page 108 HTML down there. Am I getting that? Yes, I am. If I click on 108, I'll see the register. But what I do here is I actually want to view the image. And once you view the image, I right-clicked on it and select View Image. And once I did that, then I was able to just get the JPEG file, which is really all I'm interested in right now. So I can copy that, okay, and I could go ahead and put that in my script. And as long as I know how many pages are there, in fact, if I just go back to here, I know that it's got, in this case, looks like 336 pages plus an index, right? Going to let me go there, and if I view the image, and you want to pay attention to what kind of format they use for their numbering. Maybe you have to set a variable, maybe you don't. Okay, so let me stop there.